Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar talking all about how you can incorporate peptides in the weight loss and longevity health categories into your business, whether you are a healthcare provider or just in the wellness space, how you can do this in a compliant way. And this is through a telehealth partnership that we're going to talk all about today. And so, my name is Lori Werner. I am actually the founder of Medical Marketing Whiz. I am also a certified menopause coach and an advanced director with LAMD, which is the telehealth company that we're going to be talking about tonight. Another little fun fact about me, and really why I am so passionate about this, is because I was one of those people that went through menopause at an early age. And I just didn't have a lot of answers. Went to my gynecologist, never was really talked about menopause or changes that were in it. I think because I hit menopause about 10 years before I probably should have. And that really took me down the path of taking control of my own health, looking for wellness and root cause minded providers that could help me understand how to feel my best, how to age in a way that supported my longevity, my wellness. And not only did that lead me to bioidentical hormones, but it also led me to peptides. And so I am personally very passionate about helping others gain access to safe and medically supervised peptides in partnership with wellness providers such as yourself. I am also a member and speaker at the Age Management Medical Group, the Advanced Practitioners Network. I am a member of the Menopause Society and am involved with AMSPA, the American Medical Spa Association. And so, a little bit again, just to show you real quick my journey on peptides. So, I have microdosed GLP-1s for over a year now, dropped 21 pounds of body fat, maintained skeletal muscle mass, and overall feel absolutely amazing. I still do all of the things, right? Lifestyle modifications, eating right, going to my bar class every week. And since then, I've also added additional peptides to my health journey, including JHKCU, NAD, and BPC 157TB500 for frozen shoulder that happened to me through my menopause transition. I am on bioidentical hormones. And like I said, I try to do all of the things. And my marketing agency, Medical Marketing Whiz, we work exclusively in this wellness and root cause medicine space. So we work with providers with marketing and peptides that are functional medicine, integrative medicine, wellness, women's health, men's health, and medical aesthetics. And so, what we're going to talk about today is how you can offer prescription peptides in your business without overhead and liability. And we're going to talk about specifically the ship to home peptide partnership with LAMD and how that could fit into what you're doing at your practice. Also, super important, where do these peptides come from? We're going to talk about the 503A compounding pharmacy partner that LAMD partners with. We're also going to talk about kind of that patient journey. So, if you were to incorporate this in your business, what does that look like for the patient and how are they supported? And how does that fit in with what you're doing at your practice? And then also marketing and business support. So, one of the things that is great about working specifically with me and Medical Marketing Whiz and my team is that not only do you get the support of putting this partnership together for you, but you also get access to my team for marketing. And so at the end, you can sort of see, is this something that you'd like to explore? And we can go over the next steps. And so, as we all know, this market is absolutely booming. When we look at search engine optimization trends in healthcare, peptide is one of the top search terms for patients that are searching not only online on Google, but also on things like ChatGPT and Claude. And so you'll find more and more practices and wellness providers are incorporating peptides not only because of the demand, but it also brings in more people to their website, more people find them on search, and it also helps them to cross-sell other services. This market is projected to exceed 150 billion with a B by 2030. And it's really driven by the GLP-1s, but also metabolic health and longevity and skin and sexual health peptides. And so, a couple of things. I've got a couple of different types of providers that I work with and that my team works with. One is a provider that technically could prescribe peptides and may already be prescribing peptides, but they've got a lot of other things to think about, right? They've got to buy the inventory. They have to vet out the pharmacies. Sometimes they have to work with two or three different pharmacies. They're not really sure where these peptides are coming from. You've got the insurance, you've got the liability. And so LEMD in this partnership eliminates that overhead completely from those providers. We also have providers that are maybe not a prescriber. So they could be a medical spa owner, they could be a nurse, they could be maybe a chiropractor, a naturopathic physician, a health coach. And these folks understand the importance of offering peptides, but have not been able to actually incorporate them because maybe they don't have a medical director or they don't have the ability to prescribe. So this partnership actually also works great for that type of business because LEMD is going to take and handle the liability, the shipping, and the inventory for them. And we'll talk a little bit more about how that works. The other big trend we've seen in healthcare is telehealth, right? So we know that patients prefer to stay home, to order online, and to skip in-person visits unless necessary, especially if you're targeting that busy professional person. They would much rather be able to do this via telehealth. And so if you aren't offering any sort of telehealth, this also can result in lost revenue for your business. And so LEMD in this partnership also lets you capture this sort of telehealth revenue instead of losing it. And so going into what this partnership looks like, it is a simple, scalable, done-for-you partnership in conjunction with Medical Marketing Whiz. It is a ship-to-home peptide program, and the beauty is this also expands you being able to offer peptides not only in your state, but in all 50 states across the United States. The other really nice thing that the folks that I'm working with, and I've got over 200 clinics right now that I'm working with through this partnership, they love the fact that you are keeping your patient/client relationship. LEMD is just managing the prescription and shipping of the actual peptides. So the nice thing is if you're, let's say you're talking to your patient about lifestyle modifications, maybe you're running some labs, you've got other things that you're doing with them, maybe it's aesthetics. They're not meddling in any of those things that you have. You are keeping the relationship with the patient, and LEMD is just handling the peptide portion and the prescribing. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that patient journey looks like in a second. So they handle the shipping, they handle the overhead, and they handle the liability because they are actually doing the prescribing piece of it, which is, again, really important in this litigious society that we're in, not having to worry about the liability aspect of the peptides. You earn a 20 to 40% commission on the volume associated with your orders, including your own order. So even if you want to order peptides for yourself, you actually will earn a commission back on that. And you can enroll as an individual. So for example, I am actually also a brand partner with LEMD, and I am not a provider, or you can enroll as a business. So again, we've got MDs and DOs, NPs and PAs, chiropractors, physical therapists, nurses, gyms, medical spas, health coaches, nutritionists, and many more that are all partnering with LEMD through this platform. And so LEMD offers peptides across 4 different wellness categories, and we'll kind of touch on each of those. So not only the popular weight management and GLP-1s, not only for weight loss, but also for microdosing. They've got a whole host of longevity and wellness peptides, sexual health peptides, as well as skincare peptides. And they're adding new peptides every single month. In fact, this month, they added 3 new peptides already. For the GLP-1s, the GLP-1 as well as GLP-GIP, they do have both. They are available in an injectable as well as a once weekly oral formulation. Now, we know that the injectable obviously is going to be the most efficacious, but it is nice that they do offer that oral formulation for people that are completely scared of needles and you just can't convince to do the injection route. All of the peptides are actually compounded specifically for that patient, and the patient gets to add an additive. There's no extra charge for the additive. So, for example, for me, I added B12 to my GLP-GIP microdose. My husband actually decided to add glycine because he wanted the support of the muscle preservation and recovery during his weight loss journey. So patients get to choose between one of these three additives to their GLP-1 at no additional charge. The pricing is very reasonable. And I'll mention here too, I also have some providers who are able to get their patients approved by their insurance for the branded drugs. But sometimes what will happen is they'll be approved for 1 month, and then all of a sudden now their cost is extremely high. This is a great option for those patients. And then, of course, everybody that doesn't qualify for it to be covered by their insurance. That's another really nice perk of this is it just gives you more options for your patients. So, and then some of our providers have actually completely just switched all of their patients over to LEMD, and that choice is really up to you. So, the microdosing starts at $239 per month. That is for the GLP-GIP, in my example, plus B12. The weight loss starts at $299 per month. Patients can use FSA and HSA accounts as well, which is really nice. And the weight loss dosing is on a sliding scale. The pricing is on a sliding scale based on the dose that they're on. Again, this is not even, by the time you watch this, this is not even going to include all of the peptides that they offer because they're offering new peptides every single month. But they really are including all of the really most popular peptides in the longevity and wellness space. So microdosing, weight loss, longevity peptides, so NAD, Sermorelin, Ipamorelin, and Tesamorelin, glutathione, GHKCU, BPC-157, methylene blue, thymosin alpha 1, MOTS, delta sleep-inducing peptide. I think this one is going to be huge for menopausal women. Sexual health peptides. So they've got the PT-141 as an injection, as a sublingual, as well as a nasal spray. Skin peptides. So this is super popular. Not only for people on weight loss, but I see a lot of the medical spas, including the Elevate Skincare, which is a topical that includes GHKCU and some other ingredients. And then, of course, the GHKCU injectable. And then they do also have protein. Great for those people that are on GLP-1s, and you need to make sure they're getting an adequate amount of protein every month. And so the pharmacy partner that LEMD partners with is called Clover RX. It's located in Texas, and this is a 503A certified compounding pharmacy. The facility is FDA inspected, as are the ingredient suppliers. The peptides are verified for potency as well as having independent lab testing for safety, purity, and potency. And they are triple and quadruple filtered for contaminants. Extremely important. There are so many patients that are going and getting these peptides on the black market, on the gray market. They are not filtered. They are honestly not safe. They're not medically supervised. Absolutely the opposite here. These are medically supervised, prescribed by MDs and DOs. Very high standard 503A certified pharmacy that is actually accredited by the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy, which is actually voluntary. So super high quality, come right straight from Texas, and ships to all 50 states. What sets LEMD apart? So again, when you kind of compare some of these other online platforms that patients go through, many of these are not overseen by a physician. They are not doing personalized prescription dosing. So again, the dose is tailored to that individual patient and the health assessment form that they fill out. They are pharmaceutical grade peptides, so no research grade, black market or gray market stuff here. And as well as they're not, the vials are already ready to go. So they're in ensuring a sterile, precise dose. There's no at-home mixing. The patient doesn't have to be a chemist. So everything comes with the shipment all at once. So they get their peptides, they get their needles, their alcohol wipes, an instruction booklet, and everything is ready for them to get started. The patient journey is very seamless and simple. Again, LEMD is handling the shipping and the inventory, and there is a support line that the patients get access to at absolutely no charge. So essentially, as a brand partner, you will get your own unique referral link. So lemd.com/whatever you choose. We can also incorporate that into your existing website through Medical Marketing Whiz. The patient is going to sign up for a free account. There are no memberships or anything required here. They're going to sign up for a free account. We suggest they do that right in your office. They're going to choose the products. And so this is where I feel like a lot of questions come up where providers are like, what do you mean the patient's going to choose their products? Well, you are still meeting with your patient and you are still talking to them about the different health issues that they have or concerns that they have. You do have to take your prescriber hat off here if you are a prescriber. Because again, LAMD is going to handle the prescription aspect of it. But if I'm a middle-aged patient, I'm talking to you about this, 20 pounds that I've got to lose that I just can't lose no matter what I'm doing. And then I'm tired in the middle of the day, about 3 o'clock, I hit a wall. You can say, Lori, you know what? We're gonna talk about some of the things to address that. But the nice thing is that we also offer a ship to home peptide program. And based on what you're telling me, the microdose GLP, GIP, and NAD are two peptides that really closely align with what you're telling me. You can go on our website, you can check them out. We offer a ship to home peptide program. There is a simple health assessment form that you're going to fill out, and you will be approved within 24 hours, and the peptides are actually going to be shipped directly to you. And so that's kind of the language that you want to use. But again, LAMD, once they get this health assessment form from the patient, so the patient's going to fill this out. It's a simple questionnaire, gender, height, weight, age, what medications that you're currently on. They do ask if they are being seen by a doctor or if they've had any labs. The labs are not required. However, the patient can upload their labs if they want. The doctor is going to look for contraindications or any reason that this patient would not be safe to get this particular peptide. And usually within a few hours, definitely within 24 hours, that patient will get a yay or nay. And the peptides are shipped directly to the patient within 7 to 10 days, many times much, much, much quicker. The patient also gets direct messaging. So if they do have a question about a side effect or, they're confused about how to inject the medication, they get unlimited at absolutely no charge messaging through the portal. So again, the LAMD provider is not meeting on Zoom with your patient. They are not giving them medical advice or contradicting anything that you're talking to them about. They are simply there to review the health assessment form and determine if that patient can get the peptide or not. The other thing that comes up sometimes is if you have somebody that's already on a GLP-1 and maybe you have been getting it for them, they can upload the prescription that you already have them on, and the LAMD doctors will honor that dose and protocol that you have. So that's another nice thing just to keep in mind. The compensation, as I mentioned, you earn between a 20 and 40% commission on the volume of peptides that come through your business. And so PV stands for personal volume or point value. And each peptide has a point value associated with it. And so, for example, a GLP-1 is at $299 and the point value is $220. So it's not an exact dollar for dollar match. They do take some of the hard costs off. You are making a percentage on that point value. And so, for example, the 220 PV for GLP-1, a little over 2 patients that you have on a GLP-1, you're already at the 25% mark. So as a wellness provider, getting to the 40% commission is relatively easy. This is about 23 patients on just a GLP-1 in this example. And as I mentioned, I'm on peptides and I'm on 3 or 4 peptides. So it doesn't necessarily even have to be 23 patients. The other nice thing is that they do offer a referral program. Now, this is optional. So if you do have someone else that you think, what, this might be something that they would like to incorporate into their business, if you refer them and they become a brand partner, you do earn a small override commission on their orders. Now, you definitely do kind of have to help them get started, get them connected with me, get them connected with corporate. But it is nice that they do offer that referral program. And again, that is optional. Some folks just want this partnership to be able to offer peptides to their patients, and that's completely fine. And in fact, you can do really, really well doing that. But that referral program is a nice little added bonus. So just to give you an example of what 10 GLP-1 customers per month might look like. And again, this is a very doable number. This is assuming the person is only on a GLP-1. 10 patients per month. After 12 months, you've added almost $70,000 to your business. And again, that number even goes up further. I have one particular med spa owner that I work with that has already gotten over 300 of her weight loss patients converted over to LEMD. And so super, super uh, impactful in terms of your bottom line, as well as helping lots of patients. So in terms of how much does this cost, right? This is the magic question is, it is a $79 one-time fee to be a brand partner with LEMD. There are no minimums, there are no quotas. There's really no strings attached here. The only ongoing fee is an $8 a month tech fee, which is to give you the URL where people can actually order the peptides from you. You get that personalized website link and QR code live within literally 5 minutes. Commissions, again, we talked about ranging between 20 and 40%. No inventory to purchase, no inventory to manage. The partner network is handling the actual prescriptions and the shipping. And then you get an entire business kit. So an onboarding meeting you will have with me as well as with corporate to help you get started. And then we can plug you into the email and text series, the patient education slide decks, marketing assets, front desk scripts, everything that you need to be successful right out of the gate. The LEMD hub. So this hub has tons and tons of resources for business brand partners, Canva templates, event invitations, presentation decks, front desk scripts, email and texting series, all completely done for you. You will sign up as a brand partner for the $79, and right away you will get to choose your LEMD URL. I recommend picking whatever the name of your business is or your name as your ending to your lemd.com website. And then at Medical Marketing Whiz, we will also help you get that connected. We also encourage you to place an order from yourself as one of the first things that you do. You do actually make a commission back on your own order, which is nice, but it's important for you to kind of go through that patient process, that ordering process, so you understand how it works, because there will be people that will ask you those sort of questions. And if you've never gone through the ordering process, that just makes it a little bit challenging for you to explain to the patient what to do. So go to your own link, sign up for a free account under yourself. You're going to pick a peptide. Again, the GLP, GIP, microdosing is great. NAD is great. The skincare is great. So just pick one of the peptides. You'll fill out the health assessment. You'll kind of see what sort of questions that they ask. Very straightforward. The peptides will be shipped to you. And then again, you'll kind of get to see how that portal works. So definitely encourage you to do that as one of your first steps. And then, as I mentioned, at Medical Marketing Whiz, we will meet. We'll help you get that connected to your website. So if you want to have a button or you want it to be in the drop down, my team can go in and help you take care of that. And then the other beauty of this is that you do not need to be some certified peptide expert right away to be successful. We host weekly patient education webinars to teach people all about midlife metabolism and peptides. You know, what is a peptide? What are some of the most popular peptides if somebody wants to get started? What are the FAQs around peptides? And so when you enroll as a brand partner with Medical Marketing Whiz and place your order, you will literally be launched within a couple days. So for example, you sign up as a brand partner today. Next week, you can be spotlighted on our patient education webinar. And typically you'll just come on, you'll talk for a couple of minutes, a little bit about you and your wellness journey yourself, or a little bit about your business. You're only going to talk for a couple of minutes. There's also going to be other brand partners on there who are also launching, and many of them are providers. So it just gives a lot of credibility to the webinar. And this is a way for your patients to learn about peptides. We have the email invites, the text invites. It's something you can add to your YouTube channel and can be an evergreen patient education tool without you having to be a big presenter. And then certainly when you're ready, when you want to host an in-person event or you want to host your own webinar, these slides are available to you as well. And this is something that we do every single week. The other perks for enrolling with our team specifically is not only will you get a copy of my book that is on Amazon, Anti-Aging and Longevity Marketing. It's got a ton of marketing resources in there for you to grow your whole entire business. You will also get a 30-page marketing strategy meeting and analysis report that we can go over analyzing everything that you're doing with marketing and really helping you to put together a comprehensive marketing strategy for your business. You will also get discount codes for medical conferences in this wellness and longevity space, as well as peptide certification courses if you decide you want to get those. So those are exclusive for working with our team. So if you would like to join as a brand partner, we talked a lot about the benefits today, keeping the clients in your ecosystem versus sending them elsewhere because, yes, patients are searching for peptides. You want to keep that within your business, adding that revenue stream without a whole bunch of overhead, offering peptides that you know are coming from a safe, compliant source, a 503A certified compounding pharmacy, being able to ship in all 50 states. That is amazing. That opens you up to a whole lot more opportunity outside of just the patients in your state, and everything is fully managed for you. In addition to that, all of the business and marketing tools, and the cost is $79. So just get back to the person that invited you to the webinar today. If you are interested in enrolling as a brand partner, again, you will want to use their link to make sure you get assigned to our team and get all of the resources that are specific to our team. So again, hopefully this was helpful. Really excited to support you in any way that we can. And hopefully this is something that you feel like could benefit you and your wellness business. Thank you so much.